live. We're live. We're alive. Test, test, test. Let me check this. Yo, how's the sound? Test, test. I think it's good. What's up, Off Paths? How you doing, Dara? I've got 10 people in. Let me know how this is, because it's the first time in like 3 months that I run a live stream, so hopefully it looks good and it sounds good. That's the important thing. I can see the chat here. I want to go tell some of the others. Let me put it in the group chat. What is up? Emmanuel, my man. Epic. Okay, bear with me like 5 minutes, just because I want to let some people come in here, ask questions, get everybody from the house over, and settle into a rhythm. Let's go. Let's check. Should be on YouTube as well. Should be live on YouTube. Let me check. It is. It's got a thumbnail as well. That's fine. Nice. Okay, this so far so good. So far this has worked better than I thought. What's up, Stevie, Marcin, Vincent? How's it going, guys? I should probably try and populate. We've got a lot of space that's not being used up. If you guys have ideas for how to populate this space, maybe with some like analytics or data, then I can do that as well. And it's I can bring some of the others over, and we can start answering some questions.
I think it's live.
What's up, Ryan? Yeah, it is. People in the chat, can you see the chat?
Oh god, that's super cool.
It's like a proper live stream, right? Like, what's up, chat?
Have you done this before?
What's up, not like chat? This. Yeah. I think this sounds okay. You can see the little bar with the sound. Everybody's saying it's super cool.
Oh, and you can see all the chat.
Yeah. All across different platforms. Like this guy's chatting from YouTube. This one.
Shoot. Oh, it's Thomas.
We're both on YouTube. What's up, Thomas?
Thomas. Where's Thomas?
Where's Thomas? You see this?
I think Thomas is up there.
We're on YouTube as well.
Oh shoot.
YouTube and X.
This is super cool.
Check the sound. It sounds good.
I think it's pretty good.
You hear us? Yeah, it's good, huh?
Good.
If not, I can twist this.
Oh, that's your mic.
This is like, yeah, this is the mic, and this is the connection.
Nice.
If I change this, then it becomes more or less sensitive.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Thomas, it would be. It's a shame you're not here, you know, man.
You should be here.
Yeah, you'd love this house. If only you were here. All right, let's have a look at the chat. Robbie, Dara, Stevie, Thomas, Big Bear Belly Ben, what's up, man?
Big Bear Belly Ben.
Welcome from Canada. I have some potential surprises, but it depends on some stuff. Other than that, we'll just bring everybody over.
Yeah.
What I thought would be a cool idea later.
Yep.
I don't know how long we're going to run this for, but what would be cool is if we did some video calls with some big names.
That'd be nice.
We might be able to have some conversations.
That'd be nice. Yeah, there were some.
There's some good numbers in here already.
Yeah, it's like how many people? Yeah, 130.
131 people.
Wow.
What's
crazy.
up, Wukash?
You need guy. Where's
Yo,
that? Hey,
Thomas,
someone's looking for you.
People are demanding for Thomas. Isus, Essus. Hashtag launch day, he says. You should come down. I know you're watching this. No excuse if you're busy. The second thing is, we've got a dinner in the house. Oh, it's already there. The cool thing about this, I can bring you around. Look at that.
Oh wow. Oh, so it was this one.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was your
No.
camera.
We got
okay.
food in the house.
Nice.
Check
That's
that out.
David there.
It is. What's up, fight? Fight.
Yeah, it's live.
go.
There's like 130 people.
Damn, okay.
170 people.
Oh damn. Julius, Alfred, Jamie.
This is a cool angle as well.
Yeah.
It's connected to this one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
via the cable. And this is the mic.
Take a little coffee break.
If you want to like whisper, you can do ASMR. Maybe we do some
We can do
ASMR next time.
dinner ASMR.
Dinner ASMR. Someone said, what's the best food that the Hack Residency has served so far?
What was it for you?
I like the breakfast.
Yeah, same.
No?
You get like unlimited avocados.
Exactly, it's like a buffet.
Yeah.
Unlimited avocados, scrambled eggs, bacon.
Yep.
Even the hotel breakfast doesn't have avocado.
Really?
Yeah.
How was the breakfast?
There's a lot of variety actually. Like some heavy meals like proper. It can be lunch and dinner as well.
Yeah, it's like a buffet. Like you
Yeah,
go
it's a
in,
buffet.
Nice.
people can't see you. Do you want to be on the camera?
Not indifferent.
Yo, Mark, what is up?
Sorry? Oh, really? They don't really check?
Mark Blue in the house.
Okay, I mean,
Are there free Super X discounts?
Tell my
We'll have some. We'll do something for Black Friday, no doubt.
say any.
really?
That's
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, because we got a bunch of
do course.
That'd be nice.
Even the
Yeah,
gym as
bro,
well.
everybody's
It's
here.
very basic.
You seen that? Mark Blue's in the house.
Oh, Mark's here. Mark!
What's up, my man?
Wait, where? Oh, okay. Mark's there.
I keep hearing about Mark.
Mark is in the house. Jake North. In the same place. Oh, this is wild.
Yeah, there's 220 people.
Yeah, I've never had this many people. Where's Travis?
Oh, he's up there.
Is he not?
I don't think so.
We have a rule in the house, which is if someone's
Yeah,
locked
I'll come
in,
over.
don't interrupt them.
You're too far. Who was trying to say hi? What's for
Should we
dinner today?
expand the seating area?
Oh, today is
Korean?
Yeah, Korean.
Oh, it's Korean. Oh, okay. Nice.
Oh, it's pretty delayed.
Yeah, there is chat.
Maybe we should bring open this up.
4 days. We went through 10 books.
Your co-founder in here?
Huh?
You have your co-founder in here?
Yeah.
What's up, Mark?
We're just free balls.
We got the right, there's the right title on the live stream, right? Yeah. Live on X, live on YouTube. Thomas, stop sending videos.
Thomas,
come down.
come down here. Since I can eat.
Oh, so I hear Travis, so I couldn't find him.
Yeah, bro, we're shipping hard. I was literally shipping just before this. That's why we were 5 minutes late. We're carried away with some bugs. What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. You should come in.
On YouTube, same time.
I use
you should check this.
I
out.
use this crazy founder man with he's printing MRRs.
That's
like
understatement.
yeah, that's an understatement. Look, the man's here.
Come on, Ayush.
Come over, man.
Get in the shop. Shit, yeah, you're in. Bish bash bosh bok. Maybe we do some introductions. What's up, David?
Come on in, David.
David's daily vlogs over here.
David's the man.
David and Kim on YouTube.
Yes.
Vlog.
Follow. Give them a follow.
So,
Yeah.
I think to have how many people now?
It's what happened when you put a bunch of hackers in the same house, start doing weird shit.
How many people are watching? There's 251 views. Like 4 people.
I think it's still kind of early for like American time zone, for example.
Who's the person in the back with the bowl?
Back with a.
In the back with the bowl. Did you have a bowl?
Oh, it was Miles. It was Miles. Maybe.
Ah, Miles. What's his handle on X?
It's Let's check.
Mohammed Federico.
Yo, Arthur.
Arthur, what's up, man? What are you guys doing? What are you guys shipping?
Yeah, let us know what you guys are shipping.
Maybe we do a round table on
How do they? Oh, it's like over here. They chat here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. No, I think to actually chat you have to like this.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's super cool. See how quickly it comes off. It doesn't work.
for me. I don't know why.
X is broken, guys.
Well, but we can also try to contribute this.
Should we have music in the background? Like, should I play
Let's get this.
Oh, that'd be
Is
nice.
that or just kind of hear the music in here? Should I try that? What's like lo-fi?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Hey, Travis, come down, Travis.
Travis, we're live.
We're live.
There's been 300 people in the house so far.
Oh, there are 300 people watching.
Is lo-fi good?
Also, if you play it, it'll play in the.
That's what I mean, like music in the background of the actual thing.
Nice.
I think it will give some atmosphere, you know?
Go over, coming in. Let's go.
Are we doing live stream things?
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Look at
check it
this.
out.
Shit.
Got the X and the
We're
YouTube
here,
chat.
bro.
We've already have Mark in the house.
Yeah, Mark in the house.
Mark
Got,
Lou?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what's
Got,
up.
Vincent, Jamie, Alfred,
Oh, wait, so it hasn't started yet?
Dash. Yeah, it started.
Okay, yeah.
It's all now. Everyone's here. The chats are popping through. We're live on X and YouTube.
That's what's up.
Yeah, we have 332 people on right now.
Okay.
Trying to figure out
cool. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
how
Yeah.
I do the audio.
We got Rob over
Are
here.
we talking about anything? Are we hanging? What's the
I was thinking
this
we
is
do
your thing, Rob.
yeah.
this is
Rob's
awkward.
Now we got 300 people on. Like,
Yeah.
Last time I did this, I was working, so there's something to do this time.
Yeah.
But there's so many interesting characters
Yeah.
here. Maybe we do a
Maybe
round
let's
I'm trying
chat a
to-
little bit about this residency and what you guys think of it so far.
for sure. Do you want to do an introduction?
Yeah, for sure. So, I'm Travis. We're doing this new kind of experimental residency for hackers. Really focused on indie hackers. We got some venture folks out here as well. This is kind of an MVP of our residency. It's out in Da Nang, Vietnam. We had about 500 people apply for this first batch. We did 80 interviews, and we invited 10. A lot of awesome people who applied, and it wasn't just like, look, who has the highest MRR or whatever. It's just a mixture of things, trying to get a good vibes and good group of people together. And kind of the impetus, the mission behind this is, so I went through this program in San Francisco 2 years ago called HF0. It's a residency. This is very inspired by that. And they invest $1 million in 10 teams. They have a mansion in San Francisco. You live together and work together and compete with each other, for 3 months. And then most of those teams go on and raise, venture, whether it's seed or Series A or whatever. They have been doing this for 6 years. They've learned a lot, and it was just a really unique, life-changing experience. And so the thing that I'm really inspired by is there's so many of these resources that are really, really legit for the venture world and for venture-backed startups and venture-backed founders. YC, HS, like we're just touching the tip of the iceberg with the tens of thousands of venture firms and all the capital and all the programs and resources out there to help venture kind of scale founders succeed. And when you think about the indie world, and whether it's bootstrapping or indie hacking or digital nomads, whatever you call it, is kind of the non-venture scale world, Silicon Valley type world. These are just very, very disparate, and there's such a need for more legit resources and community for kind of indie hackers, and that's kind of what we're trying to tap into here. We're trying to help. This is just an experiment. This is our first version of this thing, and we're learning as we go very much. But I think it's fairly well organized. So we got some awesome sponsors. So really legit sponsors. Stainless. Parallel.ai, Cognition, who makes Devin and Windsurf, Code Rabbit, N8N, amazing sponsors that are helping us put this on, and we'll figure out maybe potentially some business model in the future. I think this is going reasonably well, as long as it doesn't turn into a shit show during this month. We'll probably end up doing this more. Maybe in Vietnam, maybe in other kind of indie hacking hotspots, Thailand, Bali, et cetera. But really, I'd love to hear kind of what do you guys think, because you guys are all coming in from around the world and doing this thing, and it's an experiment. has your guys' thoughts been on it so far?
I've been blown away by it so far. It does not seem like the first batch, and I'm not just saying that.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
just saying
crazy.
that.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, a part of that
come
is
into this thing.
we're not starting from 0. We're starting from like 0.8 because we're
can-
taking a lot of what HS0 has learned from over the years.
And you can tell that
Yeah.
just based on the fact that there's this like amazing dinner that's all lined up on
Yeah.
time. Breakfast every day, same time in the morning. The villa,
The founders.
founders.
Yes.
of course. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So
What
far,
were your expectations coming in, Rob?
I didn't have any.
Okay. You're like, I have no idea.
I didn't want to say any.
Yeah, it's like we had a few people be like, "Is this gonna be like Fire Festival?" Where it's like,
You come over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping it was like, the number one thing for me was that I was able to be productive.
Yeah,
There wasn't
yeah,
going to
yeah.
be too many people.
Yeah.
Like I was worried that I was going to be overwhelmed
Yeah.
with the social and
Yeah.
maybe you don't get along with everybody. But also you did pre-screening and everybody here is so sound, everybody here is open-minded.
Yeah.
Right.
And like everybody's like amazing. You know what I mean?
Like how to put it into words? Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to describe because everybody's so different and everybody brings different strengths. You've got like Edmund, who's brilliant at storytelling.
That was amazing
You've got
yesterday.
Thomas, who's brilliant with community. You've got so many people.
Thomas just had a
Speak
Product
up.
Hunt launch
Yeah.
today. You Need, which is a Product Hunt competitor on
Yeah, yeah,
Product
Thomas.
Hunt today.
And he's number 1 right now.
Yeah, number 1 on Product Hunt right now. Go check out You Need.
For sure.
Everyone go vote.
Everybody
Yeah,
go
Yeah,
vote.
so
he's
our
standing
first
with his
Thomas
thing.
for number
Our
one.
first product launch of the batch.
Yeah.
You got Ayush is coming in from India. You're also launching a product this week, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna launch a new product this week. Not on Product Hunt yet.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What are you launching? What are you working on?
I'm working on a printer demand automation tool for printer demand sellers.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a nice, quick way to launch your business.
So Ayush is very humble. He's coming in from India. He has multiple top 200 Shopify apps. Absolute world-class expert in the Shopify ecosystem. Like 30, 40K MRR. Because some indie hackers just respect the numbers. And you just have so many apps, right? Like you're a machine. And most importantly, it's your birthday this week, bro.
Yeah.
We got a very special, was it 21, right?
Yeah, 21.
21st
21st
birthday.
birthday.
This Friday we're gonna be celebrating. So that's what's up, man.
Thanks for the intro, Travis.
Yeah.
Travis here has gotten like crazy energy and he has been energizing everyone. Like the minute you meet him, you're gonna be charged up to like
Yeah.
you will be excited to get into things. Thanks for doing this.
Of course.
Shout out to Travis, literally. Every day, if there's like, I don't know, awkwardness in the villa, or people are quiet, and you're the reason everybody's so.
He's the energy.
Yeah.
Everybody's relaxed with each other.
I'm trying.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
trying.
really sourced. And like
Yeah.
I think I was super surprised when you were doing the intro for
Yeah,
the whole HRG thing. Like you mentioned this principle of subtraction,
Yeah.
which I think was something I didn't expect at all. And really like just to explain to everyone like what Travis and his team is trying to do over here is to subtract all the distractions away that you would need in your daily life, so that you can everyone over here, all the cool founders can just really focus on what they're building, and that they're literally doing that over here. And I think just being over here, like what Rob has mentioned, meeting up with everyone with so much different backgrounds and insights, that's like on top of all the things that Travis and his team is taking care of, food, the amenities, like this amazing mansion.
Yeah.
It's like
360.
The villa.
the
villa.
Yeah, check this
So
out.
yeah, like all you have to do is just lock in, and that's like the crazy aspect.
And this is very inspired by HF0.
Right.
The core idea is to provide. We all have so many distractions in our daily life, and when you can take care of all of the daily distractions, have a separate container that's isolated where you go, and it's just to lock in. You don't realize how much time every day you spend thinking about, what should I order for dinner,
Yeah.
or I got to do cleaning, I got to do laundry, I got to do this or that, and when you can remove all those daily distractions, and then the other thing is that a lot of these type of programs that try to teach people at various points in their journey, startups or entrepreneurship, they're all about adding things. Like, we're gonna learn about this today or that today or whatever. The best people don't need that. The best people kind of, for like 90%, know what they should be locked in focusing on. And it's about having a little bit of third-party mentorship to provide some unbiased guidance, maybe intros, network and stuff, But the main thing is just removing all those distractions so that they can just lock in and build. And that's what we're all about. That's what we're trying to do here.
Yeah. Well, I guess we got 600 people.
Oh shit!
Insane.
Oh shit!
That was what I was talking about when I like before I came here. I thought I was going to be overwhelmed potentially. You know, there's all these people like coming in and out of the house. I don't know, 20, 30, 40 potentially.
Yeah.
We see what 10 founders in the house, but there's a lot of people coming through. It's a new country. There's so much to take in and process. So I was surprised that on day 2, day 3, that I wasn't overwhelmed and that actually I was able to focus on the work. And I think it comes down to the subtraction that you guys are talking about. The fact that I don't have to worry about food. That I came down on the first morning and like the food was here, and it's weird. Like
Yeah,
the
it's
process
weird.
is weird. To be like in this house that we're not paying for, that you come down and all the food's here.
It
then I
helps
go up
that
and I'm
helps
like-
that this is free, right? Like, I know a few people were like, "Wait a minute, like, are you guys gonna try to swindle us or some shit?" Like,
And in the last thing you get like an invoice back.
no. Yeah, I mean, just the story behind that is this is like an MVP of this type of residency. HF0 has proven the model. They're on an amazing trajectory for kind of attracting venture scale founders, and this is us doing a residency, putting our own money, and then thankfully getting some sponsors to de-risk this and it as an experiment, and then see, you know, where can we take this from here? There's different types of business models we could potentially do in the future, but you know, for this one, you guys are the lucky guinea pigs, and everything is just thankfully covered by our sponsors for the most part. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Should we take in some questions maybe?
I think we should.
Yeah.
Let's do some interaction
Yeah.
with the people in the live stream. What's up? So many people
Who are
have
these
been in here.
folks, first off?
Yeah, a lot of.
Fikra Ilyas.
There's
You know
Ilyas. Yeah,
Ilyas is the SEO.
He's the
guru.
man. If you need SEO, it's Ilyas.
He's a madman.
Yeah.
There's Alex. Alex runs the Fail in Public space.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh fuck yeah, I'm all about failure.
Super cool. Kaizo's dope.
Oh, Kaizo, yes.
Hi, Kaizo.
Yeah.
But Jake, no. This energy is why the house is cool. Absolutely. Who's the person in the floral shirt?
This dude maybe?
Steve.
Yo, Steve,
Over here.
who are you?
I originally founded CodeCov, so if you go to codecov.io, it's one of the more popular developer tools.
Yeah.
It was like 12 or 13 years ago or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's been a while.
You're
Yeah.
OG indie hacker,
indie hacker.
built,
I'm the
solo,
grandpa over here.
and sold CodeCov to Sentry,
Yeah,
right?
Essentially.
Like a
Essentially
while
that,
ago.
Yeah, it's a great company to bear the torch now.
But even outside of the indie hacking stuff,
Yeah.
like who are you? Where are you at in life right now? Because that's an
Yeah.
interesting story.
Yeah, well, I live in the mountains of Colorado. I'm trying to build a little community out there. Have a beautiful property. We've got some chickens and gonna get some goats and,
Nice.
and hopefully some humans. And just hacking out there. But I've always been an entrepreneur at my heart, so building software companies, working with Travis for a number of years. So yeah, it's been a blast. I'm happy to be out here and helping mentor people and getting them past all these different challenges of starting up companies. Yeah.
Steve might be the only dad in the group. I'm not sure. Is that might be?
Yeah.
And also, like,
Yeah.
one of the things with Steve is we're like, oh, I have this project and my goal is to build this and this feature. And Steve's like, okay, this month I'm building a pond on my 50-acre property, and I rent an excavator, and it's like real life shit.
Yeah.
Real
So
life
I'm a
shit,
property
not internet
startup.
shit.
Yeah.
Children's startup.
Yeah.
That's a dream.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Who else we got? We got Joseph?
Hello guys, pleasure. Just eating right now.
Yeah. Joseph, fair
Little
biscuit.
spin.
Pleasure to meet you guys. I'm Joseph, building Setter AI. Fastest way to follow up with your leads, qualify them, essentially scaling your sales without scaling your human sales team. One of the things I've enjoyed most about this program actually is how also goal oriented it is. There's component of accountability here with like the mentors, like weekly demos, and that really like drives you and motivates you, right? To like set yourself the highest goals you can for the month, for the week, then just crush those, right? That's amazing.
We're just a couple days in, so we'll see how that plays out the rest of the time. But I'm glad you're enjoying it so far. Yeah.
That sort of goes into Emmanuel's question, which is what do you expect to achieve once the the residency is finished. Everybody has different goals. That was what we did. It was the last night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went around and everybody had 2-3 minutes to demo what they were working on and share their goals and the things that they want to achieve, and we've been through all of that.
What are your goals for the month?
My goal is, I've said with SuperX, and I shared this on my daily video yesterday, the goal is to grow from, while I'm here in this residency, from $12,000 a month to $20,000 a month. And the way I'm going to do that is there are 3 features that I want to ship, which will solve the other half of the problem that SuperX is solving right now, which is growing on X. At the moment, SuperX is great with content creation, but I really want to get SuperX helping with the engagement side, because everybody who's watching on X or uses X will know that growing on X isn't as simple as just posting good content. You need to be interacting with people and building a community, and that gives you the initial traction. So I'm focusing on those features: multi-accounts, auto DMs, and SuperX Engage coming very soon.
SuperX Engage. This is
Yeah,
like mysterious. I'm looking forward to it.
It's intense. So like I'm busy with features, but yeah, my goal is to grow it to 20K a month.
Yeah.
But I'll be still very happy if I ship those 3 features by the end of this month. So yeah.
Brian, what's your goals for the month?
Yeah, so like I'm embarking on like a new journey. Like I've always been only building B2B products, and it was like heavily B2B because it was like enterprise B2B, a lot of like sales funnels and stuff like that. And after running that startup, venture-backed startup for 5 years, I wanted to be closer to the user really, and try to build a product that me, my friends, my family, and everyone around me can use. And one of the most important components was when the users are using that app, they should feel happy. Like I didn't want to create like a product that makes them feel miserable or like envy or anything. So like we're building a disposable camera app where you can capture moments, special moments in life that especially happen once. And the app's name will be called Once. We just started building it 2 weeks ago. The goal while I'm at this at HRG would be to launch my first ever consumer app ever on the App Store and Play Store, and to grow it to at least 100 paying users within the month. So
Who's we?
So I'm here with my co-founder, and who's also my girlfriend, Yen. I think she's at the back.
It's a power couple.
Over there.
Yeah.
And she is an amazing designer. We have been working together for quite a while now, and yeah, maybe I can share the landing page once it's over. But yeah, I think really, I think one of the most defensible aspects of what we're trying to build here is a brand and the designs that go with the brand. So yeah, that's the goal.
The most defensible aspect is you and Yen.
Yeah. more Yen than me.
Okay, yeah. More Yen than Brian, yeah.
You got the MVP ready or no?
Oh, we do.
Yesterday.
Yeah. We tried it out yesterday. Everyone seemed to have enjoyed it, I think.
And it works?
Yeah.
The photos?
Yes.
Group chat?
Yeah, so we all took some photos at the demo day yesterday, but I'll be releasing that once it's ready to the App Store. Hopefully the submission process won't be a pain, but yeah, once it's live, I'll try to share it to everyone over here. But yeah, that's the goal.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Does anybody else want to share what their goals are?
Yeah.
Thomas, you want
Thomas,
to invite your launch?
yeah, you want to sit here?
It's launch.
Yo, Thomas is launch day. Come in here and tell us what you need.
over here.
I need, you need.
Yeah, everyone's looking for you.
It was
Everyone's
way
looking
too
for you.
spicy for me, so not sure. Yeah.
Wait, what were you eating?
I don't even know what that's called. Maybe the kimchi was too spicy.
It's noodles?
Yeah, the noodles.
Noodles?
The kimchi or the meat.
Got the dinner waiting for us behind.
What is you need?
What is Unit? That
Tell us about your lunch.
And then what did you launch
so,
today?
yeah, I'm launching Unit today. Actually, a new version of Unit because Unit is already 6 years old. My God, I'm old. Unit is like a launch platform, a product alternative. And the funny thing is, like, I'm launching today on Productant, and I think I'm still at the first spot.
Yeah.
So please vote me.
check.
That would be cool.
Either way,
What
get on product
did you launch today? What is your new version
Yeah, I
of
launched a
Unit?
new version of Unit, which includes a community feature. The idea is to have a feed made only of indie hackers, builders, or sharing updates of their product. So please check it out. It's unit.best, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, so also you're coming from France, right?
Yeah.
And the whole like France English and the traveling thing is a little new for you.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, totally. I never lived Europe before, so yeah, that's a big one for me. But almost everyone is nice here. So
Almost everyone.
You know what's real when Thomas is throwing shade in English. You know, not the French behind your back. Like.
What do you think of Vietnam so far? Though? I mean, haven't really explored, right? Or were you here before? Or you only got here on arrival day, right?
Yeah. And I think I have one thing to say. The food is way too spicy for
Yeah.
French guys, especially for me. But yeah, no, the country is great, even though I haven't got outside a lot yet.
Too locked
But
in.
yeah.
Yo, somebody just said, never heard of Chronic Tongue, only heard of Yugi. Yo, that's what's up.
Who is that? Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, it's the best.
Oh, shit. Hassan, who are you, man?
Hey everyone, I'm Hassan. So I'm working on Float, which is a platform that turns your data, mobile app data, into actionable insights. So you can go in.
They can't see you, bro. You're, yeah.
Come in.
No, it's good. There we go. No, it's not. Yeah,
With your humor.
so you can hook up your data from the app stores, from Revenue Cap, whatever it is, and then it actually gives you like actionable. This is spicy. Actionable insights.
Actionable spiced.
Actionable spice, yes, to spice up your app life. But yeah, like it's interesting because I've actually mostly been in the B2C space. I've built a lot of products before, sold some, and some of them were in the mental health space. Some of them have been in the audiobook space. So this kind of B2B, and it's even like, it's more like B2 indie hackers kind of thing, is a bit new to me, but I'm very, very excited for it. And yeah, my goal is coming in. I have been working on the product for such a long time, but I haven't like publicly launched. I haven't actually started monetizing, and I'm starting to monetize tomorrow.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we're gonna validate that shit.
It's gonna be a very big validation month.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think like when Travis was talking yesterday, he mentioned like when we were back in San Francisco, you had this concentration of talent around you, and it was so just inspiring, and it kept pushing you. And I already feel this with this group. I think like that's been amazing, like being able to recreate that, but also with international folks, and everyone who's been very kind. Almost everyone, right?
we don't mention names.
We don't mention names.
Where are you coming in from, Hassan?
I'm coming from Copenhagen. Yeah, I'm here with my girlfriend, Kira. Amazing. Kira King Kong, 10 out of 10.
Awesome
producer.
DJ. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kira
yeah.
King Kong.
That's where we live now, but I'm originally from Lebanon. Yeah.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
We've got a whole mix of
Mostly got
international. That's one of the great things about it, I think, as well. The international. I was thinking about it yesterday.
Yeah.
The international aspect. I was thinking English. I think I'm the only English.
Well, we tried to get a mix. We were like, we need one English dude. We need one French dude.
German dude.
Yeah. We got some Europeans. We kind of have a European section.
Yeah.
You guys all just naturally gravitated together.
Upwards into the heat.
So we have actual desks and monitors. I think maybe Thomas, you were like, I didn't think you were gonna work from the kitchen table. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have like a local large Vietnamese tech company called Data House, and they both add some legitimacy for us. So they introduced us to like the Vietnamese government, and they have an entrepreneurship program that Data House has supplied us with desks and monitors and helping us out. It helps that one of our co-hosts, David Park, his mother-in-law happens to be the CEO, so that's a thing.
Let's go! What's up? What's up, David?
No, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
It's only a little nepotism, it's okay.
Yeah, a little nepo, that's alright. And just it's important because we're all coming in, and you know, two of our co-hosts, you might know, Minh Phuc Tran and Tony Din are both Vietnamese. A big part of this is also trying to foster the local startup ecosystem. You know, it's a very different world in Silicon Valley out here, and trying to just merge some of those cultures and see what happens. But I wouldn't have felt comfortable doing this without having actual Vietnamese co-founders, and then David, you know, also who lives out here, has been super helpful for that. Having somebody who lives here, you know. Yeah.
Woo,
yes, David and Kim have a great YouTube channel. Kim, his wife, they have an amazing husky and a cat, Nala and Mew, and they're building a house out here. It's a whole vlog. Yeah, David's been killing it.
I actually can't sleep every night without watching the video.
Yeah, I've been doing it too.
I watch the video. And I'm like, okay.
I'll be honest, I skipped through a little bit, but it's solid. You have your vibes, bro. Yeah.
Daily vlogs. Are you keeping up with daily vlogs, David? Or
Yeah.
keeping up?
Yeah. Daily
Insane,
vlogs. Are you
insane.
able to keep up so far? Here.
Talk to the stream.
It's hard. I don't know if I can do it. I'm trying.
Is that long daily
doing
vlogs
one
right
right
now?
now.
20, 30 minutes? You literally a second ago, you were just filming the live stream.
and
So
I
this
gotta
live
leave.
stream will be in the next vlog tomorrow, right?
Yeah, well, today.
Today.
Like an hour. If I finish it.
Everybody's shipping here.
Oh shit.
Insanity.
Yeah. Does anyone have any questions about what we're doing, about any of the people? We're experimenting and we're learning as we go. We weren't planning on doing a live stream. This is like Rob's taking point on this, which is awesome.
Spontaneous.
Hell yeah.
We got a few questions.
Yeah.
We already answered that question. How many projects do you expect to be launched over the next month? I guess everybody's sort of got their goals. There are 10 founders, but there's more than 10 people in
Yeah, so I think we have 3 partners, and they're like either collaborating or they have their own project. Like Melly is here with Joseph. She's a resident. She has her own thing. Melly, do you want to introduce yourself and tell the group where you're coming in from and what you're jamming at? This is really interesting, and I didn't really get it until you kind of showed me visually, but it's really cool.
Yeah, hi guys, I'm from Austria, from Vienna, and I have my own dance company, so I'm coming completely from a physical business and like completely something different than coding, like dancing, like literally. So, and what I'm doing now is like creating a dance app for children, so like parents and also teachers can dance with children like everywhere in the world. And yeah, that is what I'm doing now, programming an app for dancing.
Yeah! And what do you think of this whole experience so far?
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, I love to log in and be surrounded with people. Like, I'm really sensitive to like energy stuff, what means like if everybody's logged in, it's so easy to focus and you want to do more and more and more and skip sleeping, to be honest. Because you work and you see that you get your goals done. You have like, yeah, you make step by step and getting forward with a team. Also, if everybody works by themselves, like, yeah, it's amazing.
That's a good point as well. I think like, are we working by ourselves or are we working together? I think it's like there's a symbiosis of it. There's some people working, everybody's working on their own thing, but at the same time, we're all sharing our strengths with each other.
Yeah, definitely. Like
that was part of the demo.
Also, like this helping thing. Like if somebody has a problem, you can ask any party of the group, and it's like supporting. It's not like competition. It's like really like, okay, let's do it together and bring each business on a different level.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really special thing to work with each other, not against each other.
I agree. That's why community is so important. That's why growing an audience and getting to know people, I think, is so important as well. I was talking with Edmund. Edmund over here is a legend.
Edmund,
I know he's eating, so I don't.
Edmund, by the way,
bring in while he's eating.
Edmund gave a talk on storytelling yesterday. Really quick blurb about Edmund. He's got 150,000 followers on Instagram. He was on the New York Times billboard recently. I don't even know that full story. Well, I'll let you know. Who are you, Edmund, and what are you up to in the world?
I pulled him in from eating.
Yeah, he was eating, and we just like,
Let me share.
Oh, good, bro.
Okay, I'm good. Everyone, my name is Edmund. I am a full-time content creator. Previously was a tech founder. So I was building Plaid for utilities. We went through YC, we raised some funding, worked on that for a year, and then ultimately did not work out. And so in that period of feeling very lost and hopeless, that's where I kind of did a lot of soul searching, realized that I really wanted to do art. Art is something that I discovered kind of recently. I wasn't always creative, but during the process of like, really through dance, that was my artistic awakening. And so after the startup, I decided that my next path was gonna be creating content, becoming a content creator. So that was about 2.5 years ago.
That's great.
And then, yeah, over the past, I mean, it started off with a lot of grinding, a lot of failures, but after 2 years was able to turn that into my full-time career. So.
And you're based on Instagram, right? Or Instagram and TikTok?
I post everywhere, but mainly Instagram. That's my main page.
How many followers now? 100?
like 150K ish. Yeah.
That's nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, I'm proud of it.
So Evan gave an amazing foundational talk about storytelling yesterday, and it's too much to put here, but maybe can you touch on a little bit like why storytelling is so foundational for founders and entrepreneurs?
Yeah, well, you could have the greatest product in the world, but if no one knows about it and no one cares about it, it really doesn't mean shit. So marketing is just as important as actually building your product. And storytelling extends also beyond just the marketing. So yes, it's important for sales and getting people to use your product, but it's going to be important for getting investors if that's something that you're interested in, hiring as well. Pretty much every part of the founder journey, you need to be cohesively, concisely, and clearly pitching what exactly you're doing. And also it's important for yourself to like stay focused. You need to have a very clear vision and clear idea of what exactly you're building and why.
Yeah. I feel like living and doing things with intention, and I like to write, and it helps me to articulate my thoughts, and I always come off feeling a lot more, you force yourself to identify the areas where things aren't as clear by going through that process. And then I think this is also very related to what you're doing, Rob, with SuperX and using things with intention.
Yeah. I've recognized that for me at least, that's the main theme of this residency so far is intention. I've had to like rip down almost my own idea of SuperX to figure out what exactly is working, what's not, and how to move forward so that this month is actually productive. Because at the end of the day, productivity is driven from intention, right? You can be procrastinate and do performative procrastination, which can feel productive, but it's fake work if you're not doing the right things with intention. So yeah.
So like we talked a little bit. One of the things that we try to do is just like have one-on-ones and download like the context window of what everyone's working on, what they're struggling with, or what their goals are, and then like if they have any blockers. So Paul Graham has this concept of fake work, which is really important and foundational. A lot of entrepreneurs, if you have 5 priorities in a company, it's like I might feel more comfortable being in my code editor working on like different features and stuff, kind of related to SuperX and your priorities for this month. Like my happy place is in my code editor. I'm gonna spend the majority of my time there. But if it's not the single highest leverage thing, I'm kind of faking myself by making myself think that I'm being productive. And it's not like it's wasted work, but if it's not like the single highest leverage thing, and identifying that can be hard sometimes when you get too into the weeds. Like having a third party, someone with a little experience that can be like, "Yo, Rob, like what are you doing?" Right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying for you. I'm just picking on you a little bit.
But I appreciated that the most out of this experience so far. I think a lot of people, that point you say about specifically figuring out what it is that you need to work on, I think is the most difficult thing. And that's why people procrastinate, because they don't. Sometimes you know what it is and it's difficult and it's hard, and that's why you don't work on it. But sometimes, and I think in most cases, it's because you don't know. You don't know what exactly the highest ROI thing is to work on, and so you end up working on something that's.
Or you go into like where's my comfort zone? For me, it's like I'm in my code editor. I'm going to add a feature. I'm going to fix a bug, because that's like I just want to be productive today, and I know that that's in front of me. But sometimes just having a better perspective, and you kind of do this a lot. You see like patterns and being able to be like, oh, like actually the number one thing, maybe like as an example from SuperX, we talk about maybe having some like case studies or simplifying like the landing page and the messaging. Like these are all things that you're going to be able to do. I have no doubt about it. But they're also not being in the code editor as much or coming in and being like, these are the 3 features that I'm going to add to the product. Sometimes it's not about addition, it's about subtraction and simplification.
Exactly, the theme.
Subtraction.
Exactly. It's like shedding this skin of your startup. That's what I feel like it should be a routine for everybody to occasionally shed the skin of their startup, and there's loads of maybe fluff or verbose, unnecessary stuff that you're doing day to day, or that you're working on that you shouldn't be working on, you shouldn't be prioritizing. That kind of, someone said, had a question, which was how would you approach validating a product idea, which I guess is in the same area. in the sense that you don't want to be working on an idea that's a waste of time. You don't want to be working on a feature that's a waste of time. And what is a waste of time and what isn't a waste of time? And that all depends on your goal setting. It's a theme that I talk about a lot about, like in my daily videos, for example, which is why do you want to do this? For example, some people started doing daily videos, and some people quit after a little bit of time. Some people keep going, and some people ask, how do you keep going? How do you stay consistent with stuff? And I think you just have to figure out your why, and you have to figure out what your goals are and why you're doing what you're doing. Why do you want to have these goals? Like, even get down to the most fundamental level of, okay, if your goal is money and you want to be money motivated, why do you want that money? How much money do you want? Okay, you're going to build a product to get to that much money. Why do you want to build a product? Why don't you want to have like a service or so on and so forth?
Just being really clear and intentional about that, and writing it down, and also having some other people to keep you accountable, for people with different perspectives. That's all useful.
How would you validate a product? How do you go about validating
the first thing I'll say is I think it's hard to give blanket advice, because there are people at different levels of their career or experience. So if you're just starting out and you haven't launched many products before, my general advice is, like, you want to do as little work as possible to start talking to users in that domain that you think have this problem, that and you think you have a solution to that problem. Just to get feedback, so the whole concept of the mom test, and whether that's someone say kind of a landing page with a wait list, like just the minimal amount. If you already know some people and you can just talk to them without even putting up a landing page, that's already better than nothing. And then kind of as you get on and you're a little bit more experienced and you kind of have a clearer picture and stronger convictions in your mind, you're out of the kind of foundational phase, and you're more then things can get a little more advanced. Or maybe your expectations are a little bit higher. So there's always a tension there, and I don't know. This is where having the specifics on a case by case basis is very helpful to talk through and be like, okay, like Rob, where are you at? What have you tried so far? What do you think is the biggest blocker? And actually working on a case by case basis to figure that out, versus giving this like blanketed advice, which you can just like Google that and you'll get some generic answer.
Yeah. In terms of action, what would your go-to actionable piece of advice? Would you say start with a wait list? Think of if we're going for more of the targeted towards indie hackers side of things instead of like venture capital raising side of things.
Waitlist or just a tweet. Just be like I have this. So start with the problem, not the solution, right? So I have this problem that I'm like really interested in solving. I want to help people grow on Twitter. It's hard, whether it's you're just starting out. It's like I don't even know where to start. I end up doom scrolling, just spending a lot of time on there. And just tweet about it and engage and try to find other people that problem resonates. And then in terms of your solution, waitlist is very, very common. I think it's great. You don't want to build on the one hand you don't want to build a ton of stuff. On the other hand, sometimes you don't understand the problem space enough until you start to build a little bit and experiment and get in there. So there's, again, it's not one blanket, like you should always do a wait list or you should always whatever. I'd say first off, building in public and just getting out there talking about, hey, this is the problem, not the solution, the problem that I care about, and see who it resonates. Try to talk with, like, actual talk, ideally in person, but like, even just DMs or whatever, and try to get out of your own headspace and remove your own biases and then just talk with people. And then the less code that you write, it's hard because I'm like, I'm an engineer and I want to be writing code and getting into that. Yeah, get out of your comfort zone and trying to validate doing the least amount of work possible. I mean, I'm curious, like, you guys are all very experienced entrepreneurs. What would your advice be to someone who's like, I have an idea, I'm interested in it. How do I validate this thing? How do I make sure I'm working on the right thing?
Like, this was an interesting conversation I had actually with Joseph this morning as we were running on the beach. When we were building our B2B CRM product, which was the main product that I was building for my venture-backed company. So the interesting thing was we actually didn't start building the product until we got around 3 to 5 clients, like literally signed, ready to go. They'll pay us as soon as we build the product. So we literally had revenue before product. So I think that was a really powerful way to test the waters and see if clients, if this is something something just in your head, or if the market actually wants it. So right off the get-go, when our product was launched, we already had like, I believe at that time it was like 10K MRR because we had 5 mid-market enterprise customers ready to go. So I think I know like everyone watching this and everyone over here, we love to build stuff. And the moment you have that idea, you just run to your code editor and start building. But really, I think a nice like practice to do, or like a nice mindset to get into is to really you're going to spend a lot of time building, and that's really precious time and energy. So why not try to validate it first by getting a customer, then start building right away. So that's one of the
that sounds easy. How do you do that?
Yeah.
This is great advice, man.
It's hard. It's hard. I think it's I've never tried B2C, so like I don't.
This is your first B2C.
Yeah. So I can't say for consumer products, but for B2B, I would say it's relatively easier than consumer because you can really boil down your ICP, your ideal customer profile. You can go to LinkedIn, you can go to really any like sales tools out there and try to list down potential customers, potential companies that can be your customers. So literally, when we had the idea for this inbound automation software, we knew like 100% who our first 100 customers are going to be. We literally listed them down on a Google sheet.
Some people might not have as clear a picture, but you have a hypothesis. Like I think it's going to be like VCs of VP of sales at this type of company in the solar industry or something.
Right.
Like we were talking about with Joseph earlier.
Exactly. Yeah. So like, and you might be wrong, which is totally fine, and which I think is actually beneficial because now you know that maybe this VP at a solar company is not your ICP. So now you've got you're able to just really boil down and cross out everyone who's not part of your ICP, and after spending weeks or like even a few days working on this, trying to research and just cold message them, you'd be surprised how people are nice actually, and they will actually reply to your message. Of course, it'll take a while. But
it's also like coming in and being like an engineer and a technical like AI person. If you approach those conversations and instead of trying to be like, hey, I have this idea, I want to sell this to you. Instead, it's like, hey, I'm a founder. I'm building this space, and I really just want to chat about your, what you're doing and what your problems are, and understand like have you used other tools, and just try to help. And a lot of times it's like they're non-technical, and then you can add a lot of utility just in that, and they'll naturally be like, oh, so what are you building? Like, what is your thing?
Exactly.
And that is way better than coming in and just being like, hey, I'm building this, and you should buy it and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like, I mean, like, just one last thing. I think this was a super helpful advice that I got. I think it was from Jason Cohen from WP Engine, which is one of the biggest WordPress engines out there. What he used to do, like he went on LinkedIn, he went on these platforms where you can find these potential clients to talk to. And he actually offered these people, like, hey, I will actually pay your hourly rate to talk to me for like 20 minutes or like 30 minutes. And he's done that for 20, 30 people. Surprisingly, no one asked actually for the money, but they were so happy. It shows that you respect their time and their profession and their knowledge and their insight, that I think people naturally open up a bit more than just trying to shamelessly advertise.
And also just not using like spammy outbounds where it's all generic. Like actually taking time, if you care about to actually help this person, look into them a little bit. There's a whole art form to doing kind of cold outbound, or even better, trying to find like the community like this. One of the biggest advantages is it expands your network exponentially for introducing to people. We're lucky we kind of have this parent residency HF0 that has a really solid network for warming shows, which are also, you kind of already have the like, hey, I vouch for this person type thing. You don't always have that.
So I have another thing to add to this,
for
because
sure.
we talked about doing a wait list, so you're attracting people to your site. We've talked about reaching out, right? But there's another thing in here too. And actually, there's a number of founders here at this event now that are just building a product that's better than what exists. The market's already validated,
Right.
and they're like, this is a more innovative approach or something, or a more niche strategy.
Like that sometimes isn't enough, right?
Right.
Sometimes like, well, I'm already using this thing, and this needs to be 10x better in order for me to even consider.
And there's a ton of examples like that.
Yeah.
And so we're in this market now where we have
Super X.
Super X.
Yeah,
I was going to say example.
Yes.
You know, I built Code Cub way back in the day, and then when the dinosaurs roamed, I built it already knowing the market was validated. There's already a competitor in the market, and they end up, you know, not keeping up with innovation.
They didn't keep up with your pace, bro.
But this happens now. So like when we're approaching the market nowadays, there's another type of company, which is the one that's already been validated and it now is stagnant. Yeah. And you can come in there, so there's not as much of the initial like, I wonder if this market exists. It's more, I wonder if these players give a hoot at all, right? Are we going to be able to come in and maybe add something new, maybe some AI approach, or maybe just being more lean where I can charge a tenth of the price for doing the same thing.
Or being really focused on a niche, right? Because with marketing, it's like if you market to everyone, you're marketing to no one. And once you get like big enough, you know, you can be a little bit more generic and stuff. But if you're starting off, being as specific as possible. It's like when you're prompting an AI, right? And like an image, and the more specific that you describe exactly what you're looking for, the better. And you know, especially early on when you're trying to find and identify the first like sliver of customers that you can. It might be like feature to feature the same as your competitors. It's not even differentiated, but it's just the fact that like positioning and marketing wise, they feel like it was made for them, right? And then you talk to those people, you figure out, well, are there like vertical features that are these people actually want, maybe that the more generic version doesn't do, and that's I think a common path. The other thing I guess I want to note here, because this is a common distinction between like venture scale startups and indie startups, is like your average associate VC, you meet with them and they ask, what is the TAM, right? Like, and who are your, how is Google going to do this, right? And I feel like these questions just don't matter at all for most indie hackers in a good way. So, you worry about how large is the market, how much of that could I conceivably capture, and these are like roadblocks for investing in a venture scale business. But for indie hackers, that's an opportunity, right? That's like, this is already validated. This is there might be a very, very legit company in this space, but they're not lean. They're not focused on some tiny segment, or they're not using AI. Like they were around kind of the pre-AI days. There's a lot of that, and that's all opportunities where it doesn't even matter how big the market is, because if you can be making $30K a month, that's like you're solid, right? And for a venture scale business and a VC, they might look at that and scoff and call it a lifestyle business, which I hate because that's very like condescending. But for indie hackers, like that is wealth for your family. That is a lifestyle. That is a great lifestyle. So
it's important to make that key distinction.
Yeah.
I think as well that you're not looking to necessarily make a unicorn build a unicorn as an indie hacker. So you have more options. Maybe less options in terms of you're not VC funded, but you have more options in another sense, and one of them being that first of all you have more opportunities in the sense with a unicorn there are only certain ideas that maybe and you have to come up with a brand new idea, or there are only certain types of businesses that will be able to get to that scale, whereas with indie hacking there's so many more opportunities.
Well, it's going to be hard to find unicorns now. If there's, if you're in a land of 1 million horses, you're like, where's Waldo in that situation? Like with AI is unlocking the ability to create all these smaller companies, and so I think it would be a difficult thing to challenge anybody saying that there's going to be less and less small companies. There's going to be more and more big companies because of AI. There's going to be more opportunities, more niches. More special products.
This is like we're starting to get a little meta with this. I like bringing it back down to very specifics. I think as an indie hacker, I'm looking at problems that I'm really interested in solving, and looking at who's already solving them. What are the solutions? So I think we probably all have a process for navigating the idea maze of be like, oh well, maybe I'll work on this, maybe I'll work on that. How do you get enough conviction around a particular problem to say, this is what I want to work on? And over the years, I've come up with like a set of litmus tests that I use, but I feel like everyone has their own, and I think that's important because it's a very personal thing. But actually being intentional about it, not just being like, okay, now I'm like working on this thing, and I'm like, I did that a lot early in my career, where you just stumble onto things and don't really think through. So one of the things is just like do a little basic competitive research, throw up a ChatGPT search and be like, this is the problem I care about. What are the main players in this space? What should I know about them? Give me the cheat sheet version. Basics of just understanding them, their approach, how they're differentiated. This is all just like a part of that growing background research before you have conviction enough to say, okay, I'm flipping the switch, I'm working on this, and now the next step is talking to some potential customers, talking to some customers of these other folks, or starting to validate, or putting a tweet out and just saying, hey, I'm interested in this idea. I saw so-and-so company. Is anyone using them? What are your thoughts? And just starting to, by default, be a little more public about it, because you never know where that'll go, or who will respond, or
I think one of the biggest metas, if you want to call it that, is, especially as an indie hacker, which is the only experience that I come from, so speak it from experience, is to solve your own problems. Because especially when you are an indie hacker, you don't have the access necessarily to customers and people who are going to give feedback as you do someone who's doing VC raising. And again, I don't have the experience with that, but I know as an indie hacker, it's very, very difficult, especially building a new product. If you don't have an audience as well, especially, which is why I built my audience, to be able to do that and be able to validate ideas in the future. It makes it a lot easier. But if you don't have an audience, you don't have any customers, who do you go to figure out what features you're building, whether the problem you're solving is a painful enough problem? And I think if you're building a solution to something that is a problem that you face yourself, and you're willing to go to the extent of building and putting in the time to build this solution to the problem that you're facing, and you're not just going to spend, if something exists already and it's $5 a month and you're willing to throw it at it, then maybe and it does everything you want to do, then that's great. But if it doesn't do what you want it to do, or it's too expensive and you don't want to spend that money, then if you build something for yourself and you go to the extent of building something for yourself, then it's probably a painful enough problem that you went to go and build that. And on top of that, then you are your first customer. You know the things that you want to build, and you can get it to a point where it's valuable enough for you, that chances are it's going to be valuable enough for other people, and then you can start bringing on customers, and then you can start iterating, then you can start figuring out your positioning, and maybe there are more than just you type of person that is willing to use this product. In case in point with SuperX, just what I'm building, I built it because I was running a dev agency prior to building SuperX, and I was making posts on X, and that's how I was getting all of my inbound leads, by creating these posts. And it was painful enough that the process of writing posts, and I'd have an idea and I'd think, damn, I need to write this long thread, and I'd spend 20-30 minutes writing this thread instead of doing agency work to get my next client. And I thought, okay, why don't I try using AI? There are no real affordable, good enough alternatives for helping me to write content using AI. So why don't I productize this, try building a solution for myself? I built this tool called Brandcast, broadcast your brand. That then pivoted into SuperX when I joined Tebow. And then I built something that solved my problem. And now I'm realizing, okay, through that process I built an audience, and I didn't need to necessarily have the engagement part, but now I have enough customers that I recognize at this stage, okay, I've solved my problem, but now I'm at the point where I have enough customers, I realize there's another problem that could fit into this, and it's like it took on its own life. You know what I mean? Once I had customers, but that initial stage was just me solving my own problem.
It's a great point. I think so. Tony Din, one of our other co-hosts, all of his products that he works on, I try to like reverse engineer. What is your process for picking things? And Tony's very, very simple. He's just like, I work on my own. I have a problem and I work on it, and then I release it. It's they don't overcomplicate it. Yeah, absolutely. I'm curious, Edmund, because you also have a product background as a creator. Like, what is your approach to like picking things to work on?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think Rob's story, there's a really key takeaway there, which is every founder today needs to be a creator, and every creator needs to be a founder. And if you were just starting off your founder journey today, I would say you start off with content. Build an audience, create content. The same way you would try to gain users for product, it needs to be very intentional. You need to have a very specific person you're creating content for. But then you build that audience, and then you try to figure out, okay, now how do I monetize this audience? What are products and services I can offer them?
It's the Cluey, Mr. Beast approach to because that's almost the harder problem nowadays is having distribution and an audience, and also just
100%.
built-in like fans that will give you feedback and give you a chance. And not now that the AI coding, and it's just like easier than ever to put out a product. It's like, who are you putting out for?
Yeah.
What do you stand for? What do you care about?
Exactly. The building part is pretty easy now. I mean, it's not easy, but
it's more accessible.
Democratized is a great word. But yeah, having that market, having the distribution, that's still something you really have to figure out, and it makes or breaks your business.
Yeah, and I think if you don't have the distribution, if you don't have the audience, then obviously every time you start again, you're going back to square one, and you're having to get up that hill again. Whereas if you build an audience in the sort of attention economy that we have now, it's this snowball that's just going to infinitely get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's the snowball effect. You know, it will compound, and then that compounding effect leaks into your life. Like, for example, the only reason that I'm here is because I built an audience on X, and then you found me, and I saw Tony because I was using X, and I saw Tony's post.
But also, you reached out, right?
Exactly.
And you're proactive, and so building in public, learning in public, putting yourself out there. To Edmund's point about like it's a Venn diagram of like being a creator, being a founder, being an entrepreneur. There's a lot of overlap. Yeah. The number one thing that you can do to increase your chance of success is to increase your surface area for the right people to find you. Yeah. And I like my friend Sean Wang Swix. He likes to say, learning in public, you leave a trail of breadcrumbs along as you go. A lot of my work has been open source, and that's how I met like Tony and Pook and so many people over the years. And we met at the GitHub conference years ago, right? So whatever your preferred way of leaving breadcrumbs. For Edmund, it's Instagram, and for Rob, it's Twitter and things. And I don't want to just put you in that bucket, right? But it's for me, it's like open source and things, and for some people it's writing or music or But the more that you put yourself out there and create content, and just the right people will find you at the right time, and it increases your surface area for luck. And I think that's a really foundationally important thing that is even more important for any hackers than venture founders. But it's like, I just think it's an underserved or underappreciated thing in the venture world, how important it is to be able to build an audience and be a creator and put yourself out there.
Yeah, and I also would say that everybody should listen to themselves in the sense of what do you enjoy doing. Experiment with as many things as possible, which is kind of the surface area thing, and then double down on what's working, right? Edmund obviously found what worked for him with Instagram and creating reels, and maybe you want to expand out of that later. With me, it was X posts. I really enjoyed writing, which is crazy because English, like writing at school, was my least favorite subject.
Yeah, well, what's your old teacher from middle school?
I know.
Saw little Rob today.
It's wild. I think about that from time to time. Like I'm in the shower and I just sort of think I'm like literally.
Did you have a certain teacher in mind, like who was like a stickler or something?
Sort of, yeah. A few with English. With English, it was like, never the biggest fan. But yeah, so obviously you found it with open source. You love that, right? You say
I use absolutely my passion. The thing that I love about open source is it is very pure. Like, I don't mean, I love startups. I love building business, and you have to do that to be able to live the lifestyle that you want. But there's something about open source. I think of it more as an art form, and it's like open source is my canvas, where it is very untainted by other incentives, right? So like a lot of people that work in open source is like, I just have a problem I'm really interested in, and I solve it, and I put it out there, and I'm not. There's this guy, Joseph Jacks, who runs OSS Capital. He has this saying that I love, and it's open source is very good at value creation and very bad at value capture, right? Like I think that's so it's this decentralized way, a global way, borderless way of creating value and putting value out there into the world that is accessible by just about everyone. As long as you have a computer and can learn how to use Git or whatever version control and encode, and it's very open by default, very permissionless. Anyone can go and create a PR for most projects and start to contribute and learn. And it is there's like folks like Syndrasaurus and Anthony Fu, and like amazing, just folks who have dedicated their lives to building so many foundational. A lot of stuff is like TypeScript in my world, but you know every language ecosystem has their versions of that. And I just have so much respect for people that put that value out there with, you know, like a thing I'll get a lot from my family or friends is like, you know, Travis, why are you spending all your time working on this open source? Like, you could be working at Google and making like whatever money or something. And like, so there is a little bit of justification for that. And that's why, you know, like going from just being a developer to being an entrepreneur, I think has been such a impactful journey for me. But at my core, like I still just love to allow myself the freedom to work on whatever open source thing is just like, so one of my bigger open source projects, for instance, is this like React Notion thing that different people have built indie products on top of. So it's like being able to render Notion content in React. You know, I had another one that was like a standard library of AI functions for TypeScript that works with like the Vercel AI SDK and LangChain and Llama Index and like I'm not making any money on that. It's like it's called agentic. But I just it's also a great way again of increasing my surface area. I meet so many amazing people through that, and then it also just adds like a default level of good faith and goodwill when you meet someone who's doing open source because you're like I'm not worried about this person's intentions, right? It's a very pure thing, and it's my outlet. It's my when I don't know what to do, I'm like I'm just gonna go and hack on an open source thing, or that's my default. It's not the only way to do things. I think like if you think more tactically. Yeah.
With the battery.
Yeah.
Someone's asked about monetizing open source. Do you have a philosophy on that? Obviously, you're talking about value creation and I guess monetization and value capture.
So I think
I'll go get the charger
for sure. My 2 cents on this is there are different approaches to sustainability with open source and whether that's sponsorships or Patreon or those types of funding things. If you're building a product and you're thinking about like open sourcing it, the main benefit of open source is as a distribution channel. If you're targeting developers or kind of like pro users who understand open source and will find it in that way, it can be a very powerful distribution channel if you can build a community around the open source. And then it's also a great way of hiring because you naturally will find the people who are from around the world who you might not have ever met who will be like, oh, I'm going to open PR, just interested in this thing and start working on it. Those are great people to hire because they're naturally doing it even without you paying them, right? So I think the biggest advantage for open source if you're doing a product is if you your audience has overlap with developers and you're using it as a distribution channel. Yeah, that'd be my 2 cents. Yeah, what do you think? Because you were working on CodeCov and there's a lot of developer tool stuff in your background too.
Yeah. I mean, open source. There's even your whole product doesn't need to be open source as well too. There can be elements within it.
Yeah. So like the open core model.
Yeah, open core, perhaps some, and
So
that
can
helps.
you explain what that means?
Yeah, so like every product has a certain amount of functionality involved in it. There might be something that is isolated enough that could be used by another person, and you can put that out there to the world. CodeCov had plenty of those examples. I built plenty of those as well too. And they do effectively the same thing that Travis is mentioning, is that's kind of increase your exposure, surface area, and you get, even just beyond that, you get more like SEO links.
And it's not even like always about what you get out of it. Yeah. It's like I learned from open source. That's how I learned how to program, right? Yeah. And it is a way to have a larger impact than yourself that is not quite as aligned with the financial side of things. And I think everyone who's building products and stuff, like you are very, very likely building on top of many, many open source projects, right? It's that whole XKCD comic of, you have this one little block and it's like this dude from Romania who built this one thing and it's like, my product doesn't work without it. So I think that's just worth keeping in mind, even though I think a lot of the folks here are probably more entrepreneurially minded and focused on building products.
Should we go back in the Q&A and see if there's any
chat?
Yeah, sure. Questions? Get our MC back.
If anyone has any questions,
I'm gonna grab some food.
Pretty sure. Question about consistency, which is what I would say. I was going back to the point that I was saying earlier, which is you can only really stay consistent, I think, with something like long term. I'm not talking about for a few weeks or maybe a few months, but long term, dedicating your life to something, for example, like open source or building an audience. I think you can only really stay consistent with something without burning yourself out, with something that you enjoy, something that you love. And like Pontus was just saying, what is your why? You might just like doing something, you know? You might like, for example, with audience building, I love getting to know people and getting to interact with people, and that was what X was about. I don't know your experience with Instagram, if it's as much community building. I suppose, it is. It's just there's a different approach to it. Maybe the order in which it happens, you put out content more rather than engaging first. Because with X, I think there's the engagement that happens first. You build the community first, and then you put out the content.
With Instagram, like the end goal really is to build a community. Community centered around like you and your values and what you believe in, and I believe like video gives you more opportunity to build a deeper community because like they're seeing you talk.
Yes.
Right. And you're getting more minutes with them.
It's the leverage of video content.
Yeah, exactly.
And live streams, which is what my idea for doing this live stream, because I was like, okay, one of the things I know the goals for HRG, for the Hacker Residency, is content. What's the point in content? Well, content is to share what's happening, to build a connection so you guys know what's actually happening here. And the same with this live stream. It's more of an intimate approach, you know, interacting with people.
We see your messages. The handler GIZ. I actually am just about to look at the one above, which says you're an indie hacker and you look for the best advice for finding the right customers and selling. You don't have sales background and paying for people is hard. So sounds like the crux of this is just like, what are some of the best advice for finding those right customers? The approach that I would like, if the foundation of where you're starting from is I am passionate about this because it's solving my problem, then you should also be, relatively aware of where people like you exist and going to where they are talking about it, which can be very different for every kind of company. So it's kind of hard to say this generally speaking, but go where your customers are. There's a lot of marketing strategies or sales strategies that will lead you down the wrong path. Like let your passion for who you are and what you're building kind of drive that initial touch point with your customers, I would say.
I agree.
At what point does indie stop being indie?
It's a good question.
It's a good question. I think it's very subjective.
You started indie, right?
I started indie, and then I went not indie, and now I'm back to indie.
Okay.
In full circle.
What happened? When did it go not indie?
It went not indie. So I had an awesome company going, making great MMR, had an amazing lifestyle. But the people I surround myself with and the place I wasn't in my life kind of had me leading down this path of like, I wonder what's next. Like is the next thing at that moment was venture capital. So I ended up selling the company and raising venture capital. Okay. And it was only after that I learned that was not the right move.
Okay. That's the experimentation, right?
Yeah. Tell us more about why. Like, what did you learn raising and?
Yeah, so the raising money was very challenging, but also I hit the goal. And then it was this pressure for continually pushing and moving fast as possible. There's a lot of pressure from investors, as well as pushing to your next raise and hiring the right people. There was this expectation of unrealistic growth and not really allowing you to invest more in the research and understanding of your market. And that's something that in the indie world you can be a little more scrappy and do that with a smaller team, with less people. Like I'm much more of a believer in that one-man shop than a large company. So I made all the classic mistakes where I spent too much money too quickly, hired too many people, and then didn't find good product market fit.
Over-engineered the
over-engineered the shit out of it. It's very true.
It was a beautiful piece of software.
It was really cool though. But yeah, you learn all these things, and then when I realized, oh man, that was not the right path to go down, and that I enjoyed my lifestyle more as an indie hacker. And again, indie hack. The line in the sand for me is not how big your company is. It's not how much money you make. Yeah. It's maybe more just for me, if it's subjective as well too. It's just like, what is your staff size and what is are you VC backed? the indie for me feels like a smaller situation.
Right.
But again, this is my opinion.
Yeah. Do you, in your opinion, do you think you could be VC backed and be indie?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't know.
As soon as you get VC,
There are a couple of indie-focused venture firms. So part of us doing HRG have been kind of researching, trying to understand the space. Definitely, the vast majority of VCs are very allergic to the indie world. Just the word and the term and the whole concept of lifestyle businesses and a lot of indie folks go into it with the main goal being freedom, right? Freedom and being your own boss and having enough passive money to live off of, live a good life. And that doesn't always, that aligns with what's best for founders, which is why I love it. It's not always aligning with what's best for the venture business model.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're looking for that 100x return. That's a
right.
1,000x return. Yeah.
Just lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
But there are lifestyle, right?
Yeah,
but your lifestyle now.
Yeah.
Would you be able to live the lifestyle now? You said about goats and.
Yeah.
If you were VC back, or would they be saying come into the office?
Yeah, they're like, why are you tending to chickens instead of? Yeah. I mean, potentially, yeah. But I think the game is changing as well too. Like a lot of these things are adjusting with the advent of AI and our abilities to build things rapidly. And we had this conversation earlier as well too, where not long ago the value of venture money was to enable you to do the hiring and enable you to build the infrastructure underneath something and enable you to pay what was necessary to get the clients you want now. But all of these things are changing. The ability to build software is 100 to 1,000 times faster. The ability to market yourself can be hacked. There's hacking strategies into that as well too. It's not traditional like it was in the past.
Everybody has a camera. You can sit down, record yourself, put yourself.
Everything is getting easier and better. But so if maybe some people watching this might be like, well, what do you mean by getting easier when there's a lot of competition out there? There's still so many different ways that you can shine through. And so it's really about honing that craft. And so it comes down to content at creating, finding your niche, which is something that venture capital won't touch as niches. They're expecting those big payoffs. And you have to describe that story of how I'm going to become $1 billion company. Yeah. These things are becoming less possible, I guess is one way of thinking about it. And it's going to be much more possible today. Yeah. I just think they'll become less possible. Yeah. Because there's going to be more niches.
Becoming more possible. You think it's the norm is now becoming the indie hack?
I'm hoping. I don't think it's less possible to venture-backed business. It's less possible to be a successful venture-backed business. And if you think about ultimately as a founder, you're putting a lot of your risk and a lot of your time and your energy into this. The risk-reward profile for doing a venture-backed business versus doing an indie thing, it really is. You can build to a couple million ARR and be doing solidly, have generational wealth for your family, and if it's not growing at this crazy rate, right? It's a failure in the VC's eyes, and I have done both, raised venture, done bootstrapped, had a couple exits, and for me and my personal just risk profile and where I find fulfillment, it makes a lot more sense to focus on what's best for me and my family versus what's best for the venture firm and the LPs, and the fact that I could have a chance at a $1 billion, $10 billion, whatever.
Yeah, which I think then comes back to your why, which is also my why. I tried the corporate lifestyle. I decided that lifestyle wasn't what I wanted. I tried entering it wasn't VC backed, but it was investment based, $1 million investment startup, being a part of that. Again, I realized
what was that?
It was a Web3 based startup, and it was actually it was in the world of
sketchy, bro. We're a little allergic to Web3 here.
I am not. But everybody has to you go into it, you see what it is, and then I was like, no. So after 8 months, I left that startup, but it was a great experience, and it sort of got me into X because Web3 is big on X, but it was at the wrong side of X. And then afterwards, I discovered the indie hacker side of X.
Really quick, I want to just introduce. This is Alex.
Everyone knows Alex. You might just not recognize his face.
Yeah, you might not recognize him. It's Alex Nguyen. You want to just say hi real quick? Who are you? What are you working on?
I'm Alex. Now I'm building the viral app and get the 10K MRR now.
Awesome. Let's go. He's humble. He's got lots and lots of MRR, 30, 40K MRR.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. And he also runs a TikTok like growth hacking Discord with hundreds of people in there. He is an absolute expert at growth hacking for TikTok and consumer apps.
Yeah,
So-
Alex is a legend.
So on the topic of VC, there is a question here posed by NJ. It says, what was your blueprint and why for raising capital? I feel like that's also changed over time as well.
What was your story?
I mean, my story, I raised capital in 2016 or 17.
You raised from a tier 1 fund.
Yeah,
right?
tier 1 fund, yeah, a couple.
How much was that?
2.4 million.
Well,
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah, and so the format for that was that the ambition that we had was quite large. The story to express that was quite evident. The market.
Make this concrete for us. What was
Yeah.
your startup? Man?
Oh boy.
Yeah. It's been a while since you like pitched it and
Oh
were
my
talking
gosh.
about it, but
So this was just before OpenAI came out with their first model, and so AI there was only kind of rumors about AI in the market, but there was nothing to show for it. But I was riding the coattails of this concept of AI, so I was at the right timing.
it was AI before AI was
It
cool.
was AI before it was cool.
Yeah.
Yep. And the idea was that we were gonna, like, if you can imagine Notion, how you have a rich text editing experience, we wanted to have Notion also programmable, where you can like give it instructions and then create a program, but in plain text. So there's an element of AI behind the hood, more natural language processing.
Kind of like a no code, like a Zapier,
Yeah.
but like or I know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's like a Zapier,
Yeah.
but in a document. So what's cool about that is you can have like, I'm on a form, and you can see the form, and you can edit the form, and then you can see the data structure, and then you can maybe see the email that you'd send to somebody for having all these things connected to each other. So I felt that the best medium for that was a document, and instead of like a drag and drop interface of linking boxes, but whatever.
Like a N8N
Yeah,
style.
yeah. I still have strong opinions about that, and I don't think there's a product that exists still. But that was the mission. So we were differentiated enough from the market, and the market was already validated by all these other tools. So raising was natural, and but wasn't necessary. Like, you know, it was the choice was to, I just want to go balls to the wall. Let's go hard. Let's hire the right people.
You had a lot of momentum after the
Yeah.
exit, and you know, it's like the thing to do.
It's
You
the
live
thing
in
to do,
it,
yeah.
yeah.
But the thing to do is not always the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and so that momentum and that eagerness to continue the career was encouraged by a lot of people in my network. But I think times have changed a lot.
Get married is the thing to do.
Get
you know?
married
Might not
is
always
the
be
thing
the
to
right
do,
thing
right?
to do.
So true.
Yeah.
So true.
If you can doesn't mean you should.
If anybody's questions about marriage, you can let me know. I got opinions. So VC, I do think VC can be dangerous. I mean, like we're here, like all of us are here with the essence of indie hacking. Like, and
Yes.
I do believe, like, and others have been down that path that venture can be poisonous. You know, one of my closest friends says it's like the eye of Sauron. Like you know, when you touch it, you can look at it. You know, you can get poisoned by it, and it's always ever staring at you. That pressure.
Dude, I love Lord of the Rings references.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. But you know, we have to be like Frodo and be indie and not let it contaminate us.
Who's your Sam? Your Samwise Gamgee.
That's the one.
Wait, for Super X, who's Frodo and who's Sam?
What if I say I've never watched Lord of the Rings?
Whoa!
He's the homie.
Holy shit!
I also have not. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, thank you.
It's been on the list. It's been on the list for a
Is this an
while.
old people
I
thing?
think it's an old people thing.
Fuck. Okay.
All right, so
I
anyway,
started it and I was like, it was
Wait,
super
no,
slow.
but
I was
like,
"Ah."
It's
they
like
are
4
pretty
hours,
long.
right?
Yeah, they are pretty long. We could watch a movie or two on the projector sometime this one.
Oh yeah.
If you haven't seen Lord of the Rings, bro, we gotta watch.
I
At
know
least the
it's
first
been
one.
on the backlog
At
for
least
a
the
while.
first one.
Yeah.
is there a session on storytelling? Can you post it somewhere?
Oh yeah, we need to.
we can
We
post it.
recorded it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should definitely post
yeah,
that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Mr. Stevie on here, we'll keep you posted on that, but I think we are gonna push it. I would love to see it again too. I didn't see it the first time.
Yeah. Steve, you got in and had some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got poisoned on the flight on the way
A
in.
little food poisoning.
Oh, no.
But we're here.
Where did you fly from?
Flew in from from Amsterdam to Hong Kong to
Dang.
here. Yeah,
Dang.
so the Hong Kong breakfast got me bad.
Oh wow.
It was an omelet.
Steve, you got some green in your hair.
I know.
Where's that from?
Got some little tinsel. My daughter and I
Oh,
got
okay.
little fairy
Oh.
hairs screwed in.
Okay,
my head.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you guys want to know what the ultimate startup is, it's children. It's children. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Explain.
Yeah.
No, tell us more.
They're incredibly.
That was the indie hacking approach to parenting. Yeah.
Would you raise VC?
Yeah, would you raise VC for children?
Definitely raise some funds, get some nannies.
You do it the indie
Yeah.
way or what?
Oh, I would love to. I mean, there's a lot of overlap for sure. They're quite demanding, but there's a lot of excitement with it. But there's a lot of challenge. Like I was up late nights. I mean, you know, there's like all of a sudden you get this like buzzer in the night that your servers are down and you have to go clean up something. You know, that's the exact same
Your
thing.
servers are down. It's like there's
Same thing. I'm like,
yeah, something in the diaper.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many bottles I made when I was completely just still sleeping at the moment. Just automatic, just feed a bottle, go to bed.
Yeah.
I wonder how many servers I repaired that same way. But
Is there anything you automated?
well,
Any
okay,
weird
I did,
stuff?
Yeah, I did have the machine that made a bottle for you automatically. So I push a button and just like push the powder into the machine and put in water.
Wait,
and
this is
water.
like Wallace and Gromit contraption. How
You
was
made
it
that? No, I didn't make that. Oh
No.
gosh.
Wait, was it like a Raspberry Pi thing, or was it like a pre-built?
It was like an espresso machine.
Yeah, but
you know,
for baby.
For baby formula stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so you hacked
You-
together.
Totally good.
Yeah.
Good
Train your
system.
daughter to go and figure out
Oh
all
my
this
gosh,
stuff.
that would be amazing.
Pull
Yeah.
over, crash it, wait.
It's like now I'm thinking about it.
You're not the only dad. So we have Daniel Nguyen is another just amazing Vietnamese indie hacker. He lives in Ho Chi Minh. He's gonna be coming out the second half because he has 2 kids. And when I met him in Ho Chi Minh a few weeks ago, he was telling me about his like 7-year-old daughter learning to program because she wanted to be like daddy, right? I mean, he's at like I don't know, maybe 500K ARR. And he has a product called Bolt AI, yeah, it's fun when you start to see the little guys going at it.
Oh.
Yeah. Are you gonna teach your kids to?
Oh, I'd
to
love
code?
to. Yeah, my daughter's 9, so she's definitely at that age, but she's still beautifully innocent.
Okay.
You know, so
Okay.
she'll get there eventually. I don't want to, you know, I don't know the tech world. Yeah.
What is the first like thing what should be poisoned by? But it's like her first seg fault or I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Her first linter error.
Instead of Hello World, is it now like Hello GPT? Hello
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's a whole new level now. Yeah. Pretty
Well,
custom.
what is the new Hello World in the AI age?
Yeah.
Is there one?
I mean, it definitely comes with a complete app.
It's like building a weather
To-do
agent.
list?
Yeah. For sure. Let's see. Is there any other questions in here?
Yeah, if you guys have any more questions.
Yeah, and then I'm
otherwise we might wrap it
gonna
up.
bounce soon. I think.
Yeah, we might wrap this up soon.
This has
We've
been
gone
awesome,
for like an hour
though.
and a
Dude.
half.
Rob, fucking hell yeah for organizing this.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I'm glad it's gone. We've had some interesting discussions.
So Kim asked, do you feel more productive in the hacker residency?
I definitely do. I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah.
I for sure do because like this food, I didn't even have to think about it. It's just it appeared. Like I find myself going and thinking, should I be doing something? Like, oh no, I should just be working. Like there's this void that I didn't have before. I have so much more time that I'm sort of thinking, oh no, this is the time for work. I don't know how to
my experience, we're trying to recreate this a little bit, but my experience with HS0 was a lot of the value just comes from, we have our normal life and all the distractions and all the, in a good way, right? Family, friends, and priorities. And then just having a separate physical space where you come and you have this enclosed container that is just for work, right? And it's like that alone, just the mindset and the tone is so fundamental, and it's hard to put into words how big of a shift that is. You know, we're only a couple of days into to this thing. We got a whole month. We'll see, and we'll be kind of. I would love to hear from you guys what you think at the end. But if it's anything like my time at HS0, it was really transformative for just how I view how productive I can be, and then the other people as well, just being able to pull over and be like, "Yo, Rob, I got this Twitter thing that I want." You know, that's I guess another huge part of this too.
So we'll wrap this up with this one last question, which is kind of bringing us back to why we're here. It says, what is the goal of us getting together here? Is it to network? Question mark.
That's a part of it. I think our goals, we have a couple of concrete goals. So number one, this is just an experiment. We want to see, like, is this a useful conduit? Does the version of HS0 translate to indie hackers and doing it in another country and stuff. And then number two, are we stronger together? Whether it's just knowledge sharing, whether it's using our networks and our social audiences to help each other out to grow and reach our goals. Like, does that actually transfer to real, concrete, achievable progress? Yeah. And then at the end of the month, we're going to be having a demo day on November 29th. We'll have an in-person demo day, but the main thing for y'all on X will be kind of a social demo day. Yo, what's up, Fook? The Fook. Yeah, so we'll have a social demo day, and really it's going to be just working with Edmund to tell the story of like what we're doing out here, and then a focus on we brought all these people together. We had this experiment, this house, this month of locked in building. What did people actually build, and what were the individual outcomes? Did they hit their goals? Were they successful? Doing a thread where we show 10 videos like these. This is the products that people built. This is the progress that they made, and then just push that really hard. Hopefully that will be successful. Generate kind of some FOMO around this. And then I'd say the last thing, just in terms of concrete goals, is just make some actual friends and connect with people. And I think we're got the good early stages of that, but we'll see how that progresses.
We got a whole month here. We're gonna be best friends. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's just going through a thing. As adults, it's a very unique opportunity, right? Spending a month together with new people who have similar interests in another country in this experience. It's a good way to bond and to form connections, and hopefully those connections last well beyond the residency. That's the main thing I'm hoping to.
And then there's one last little question here about how do we keep in a healthy lifestyle here in terms of sleep, rest, exercise, etc.
Sure.
We already had people today go out surfing. We had people running a 5K on the beach.
Yeah, on the way back from the gym.
Right, way back from the gym. Yeah. Yeah. And at least at this location, we have a sauna, we have a pool. We're right on the beach. We're stone throw away. Yeah. So people are doing a good lifestyle here, but the attention is a lot on developing and building and creating.
So all the food is like catered, and David Park has been doing a great job of setting that up and trying to make sure the default is just a healthy baseline, so you didn't have to think about it. I know, like, I love to order pizza and shit. It's like that's not even an option.
The food is so good.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. You can, like, we're all adults. You can order stuff if you want. You don't have to eat your stuff if you want to. It's Aisha's birthday on Friday, so I have some cake and stuff. But we try to just have the default baseline where you don't even have to think about it. There's something healthy there for you 3 times a day.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we're here to be productive, but part of that productivity thing is just being able to go and get into the flow and have fun and get into the flow of it.
Wait, Fook, I feel like, so Fook is one of our co-hosts. Can you introduce yourself to people?
Hey guys.
Yeah, and put some sponsors front and center, because this wouldn't be possible without our amazing sponsors.
Just before we close the stream, I just want to show all the awesome companies that actually make this whole residency happen. Thanks a lot too.
Who are the companies?
So we have Rabbit, which is an AI review. I use that a lot to review all of my AI generated code. And then Parallel, an AI web browser context management platform. OpenRouter, everyone know it. Stainless.
Dude, hold on. OpenRouter is amazing for having one unified interface for doing any type of AI calls, LLM chats. If you haven't used it before, OpenRouter is amazing.
Keep going on Stainless. I think you know Stainless.
Yeah, so Stainless, you might not know them, but they have an API SDK generation company. So if you've used OpenAI's SDK or Anthropic's SDK, that's all generated based off of OpenAPI specs using Stainless. And they work with a ton of really legit companies to do SDK generation.
And NAN is a no-code workflow builder. It's actually it brings the most customers to my product Video Vector.
Yeah.
So it's a very awesome platform to be on top.
One of NAN's dev roles, Jamie Madden, is coming up to join us 3rd week of the batch. Really excited for that.
Our most recent sponsor, Cognition.
Yeah.
So debut David and also acquired Windsurf recently. Right? So a lot of awesome AI coding tools. And Data House is one of the tech company in Vietnam that actually make this whole event possible to the government and the Vietnamese Da Nang city. And then ASA is the API for
web search.
Web search on the
for AI.
For AI. I use that for one of my products as well. Awesome API. And then last but not least, honestly.
Oh, that's the Vietnamese government, like the innovation center.
Yeah, the Da Nang City Innovation Center. Yeah.
Yeah. And who are you, Phuc?
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
I'm just doing my.
Who is Phuc and what is Phuc?
Yes, thank you, Phuc.
Hey guys, I saw the stream. I promised to go on the stream, but I was fixing a bug. It annoyed me so much that I couldn't be here, but finally fixed it. So yeah.
What are you working on, Phuc?
Hey guys, I'm Phuc. Some of you probably know me on Twitter. I've been trying to build and bootstrapping my own startup for maybe 3-4 years now. And so I have a few different products running, but at this residency, I'm building Vibing Base, which is a lovable for desktop apps. Meaning you go to the apps, you type in some prompts, it generates both Mac and Windows apps, and within about like 3-5 minutes, you can have a Windows and a Mac app that you can use and share for your friends.
What type of apps can you generate?
So right now, a lot of people are asking menu bar specific apps. Like Tony wants a menu bar app that let him see on the Vercel deployment status, because he deployed to Vercel like 1,000 times a day.
Yeah.
You know Tony.
Yeah.
And he always forget to like check the latest update because like the deployment take a while. So we want an app that can quickly let him know that a new deployment just finished, so that he can see the deployments. Joseph wants a menu bar app that shows his Stripe MRR, that the new customer today, the new revenue today.
So like for developers, it could be apps that might optimize your workflow or something that you wish you could build, but you don't maybe have the time to build. That's like a cool power feature for your environment. And then there's a lot of opportunities for kind of the non-developers as well to build native apps.
The way I like to describe it is like personal desktop app at the speed of thought. So like
say that one more time.
Personal desktop app at the speed of thought.
Ooh.
So like a lot of the times, like you can build a lot of apps, right?
Yeah.
So, but sometimes you just don't really. You think of the app and you wish that like the app exists, but you just don't really have the time to spend on it.
Yeah.
What if like you can just think of it and within 5 minutes, like there's an app for that. So it's unlock a lot of.
There's an app for that. Ooh, I like that as a tagline, bro.
Also, that's good storytelling.
Yeah.
First one, the speed of thought.
We're all working on our storytelling after
really
Edmund's masterclass.
I just came up with that after listening to Edmund like awesome.
There's an app for that, dude. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And do we know when that's launching more publicly?
I think so. Initially, I'm gonna launch to Tony, Joseph, try to cover on the use case.
Some internal beta testing.
Within this residency, and then I'm gonna launch to the waitlist. There's more than 100 people now.
Awesome.
So thanks a lot.
Where they check it out at? How can they check out Vibing Base?
Vibingbase.com.
Vibingbase.com. Check it out. Phuc is an absolute rock star. One of our co-hosts. This wouldn't be possible without him and Tony. Huge part of us. And our sponsors.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome. And thank you for Rob for putting this together. This has been fun.
Of course. We'll do it again if people liked it. Maybe not every day, but maybe this time next week or something.
Once a week, I think would be cool.
I think so as well. So we can catch up what everybody's been building and so on and so forth. But thank you guys for tuning in. It's been sick. If you have any more questions, I guess drop them in on the X post. There should be replies, and we'll tag whoever is relevant to answer. Anyway, take care, guys.